Good day, and thank you for joining Milton Flanagan with Flanagan Financial Services for another one of our educational blogs. I want to send a shout out to Lori Lightfoot and thank you very much for your budget, which you proposed just the other day. It will definitely help those collar communities that that reside next to Chicago, as well as potential other suburban areas that may be able to benefit from the city's high taxes. On Wednesday, Lori Lightfoot indicated she's going to lock in property taxes tied to the rate of inflation. So, for example, if your property taxes are $8,000 and we have a 2% cost of living inflation area, just for the city of Chicago's property tax area, in a 10-year period, you could potentially have about a $2,000 increase in your property taxes, or about 25% of where you're paying right now. And if you rent, guess what? You're going to pick up those costs due to the increases in rental costs. The inflationary triggers begin in 2022, which will follow a $94 million property increase for 2021. Nearly every taxing body, including Chicago Public Schools, Chicago Park District, city colleges, Cook County, already have similar escalators. The city also does this on sticker fees, and water and sewer rates are all tied to inflation. So as such, the increase that you're going to get from the city of Chicago's property tax is also going to be escalated by these other taxes that are included in it. The mayor's budget includes roughly $185 million in taxes, among them $94 million in property tax increases, a 60% increase in Chicago's nickel a gallon tax on gasoline to about 8 cents a gallon, an increase of 1.75 percentage points, not percentages, but a percentage points, in the personal property lease tax applied to non-purchased computer lease of cloud software and cloud infrastructure. To chip away at the $1.2 billion shortfall, 65%, which they say is triggered by the pandemic, Lightfoot wants to eliminate 1,921 vacancies, 618 of them in the Chicago Police Department. Yes, Chicago Police Department is going to be defunded. To eliminate the combined $2 billion shortfall for this year as well as next, the mayor plans to refinance $1.7 billion in general obligation and sales tax securitization bonds. That means that the bonds would be sold like a revenue bond to be able to cover and the taxes to be paid there for. Unfortunately, if we have less people buying things in Chicago, then there's going to be less revenue to cover those bonds, and that for it. The mayor hopes, can't guarantee, hopes to save about $448 million this year and $501 million next year. But it'll also saddle the future generation of Chicago taxpayers with debt at a time when the city's existing debt level is already a major concern to Wall Street rating agencies, meaning the city of Chicago is a bad driver. The $304 million incremental financing includes surplus will create a $76 million windfall. For the budget also includes $144 million in non-personal savings. These are divided up as $68 million in enhanced fine enforcement initiatives, get ready to pay your fines, and 750 additional parking meters. $59 million by sweeping aging accounts, $30 million rate on the city's $900 million in reserves. So I guess that you're not going to have 900 in reserves. You're only going to have $870 million in reserves, and $54 million in savings by transferring the cost of pensions and crossing guards from the city of Chicago to CPS. Well, CPS is already underfunded in their pension areas. That means that CPS is going to have to increase their costs to taxpayers via property taxes to help cover their costs for it. So you're getting the cost increase one way or the other. It's just not happening to come directly from the city. Michael Jacobson, president and CEO of the Illinois Hotel and Lodging Association, said a property tax increase that falls most heavily on hotels will make their financial outlook more daunting, at a time when McCormick Place and many hotels remain shuttered, as he puts it, and our revenue is non-existent. Lincoln Park Alderman Michelle Smith said she's very uncomfortable with a lot of the things in the mayor's budget, and she's very, very skeptical. For Anthony Napolitano, he said that we're talking about $56 for homes that are worth $250,000. He said he'd love to have $250,000 homes in his neighborhood, but his are more $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 range. And if that increase matches inflation, then things change a lot. What that ultimately means is that those properties are going to go down in value, because ultimately the property tax cost has to be included into the cost of the total property. And as such, if the property values cannot go up, then you're not going to see people be able to sell their properties for more, and the property might have to come down to account for the total cost of both the mortgage as well as the property taxes. All in all, if you look at the whole budget and you look at the financials of where Chicago is right now, I'm not quite sure how the city is going to get out of this pickle. They can certainly keep trying to tax it as they try and tax more. As I said, thank you. You're going to send those people to collar communities. For example, those people in Chicago on the northwest side might go to Niles or Harwood Heights. On the southwest side, maybe they're going to Evergreen Park or Orland Park to do the purchasing of their goods, because now they don't have to pay the increases in those costs, which are being borne by the city of Chicago. So if you'd like to discuss this, what this ultimately means is that for those of you who do reside in the city of Chicago, you're going to need more income, because that income is going to be necessary with which to cover the costs of all these increased costs that the city is now going to put on your plate. If you'd like to discuss options on how we might be able to generate more income or that for it, please give me a call. Milton Flanagan, my phone number is 630-235-5273, or you can email me at mflanagan, that's F as in Frank, Lanagan, at FlanaganFinancialServices.net. Remember, it's not what you make, it's what you keep. Thank you very much, and you have a great day.